Welcome back to Obsolete Automotive. I'm Austin, and today's video is more of an informative one. Basically deals with the front and back glass on a 57 to 61 Mopar, a Forward Look MoPar. And this also applies to some 62 and later cars. Any Plymouth, Dodge, DeSoto, or Chrysler basically has this same kind of gasket. So you don't want to make the mistake of thinking that this is like a Chevy and then just slicing this gasket and pulling the glass out, because for the most part, you cannot get one of these gaskets new. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is these gaskets are reusable. So you actually reuse this gasket. So there's no rope seal that you may be familiar with like on a lot of other cars. These have a self-locking rubber seal. So the gasket itself is also how it locks in place. So I'll show you how to unlock this gasket and how to remove the windshield out of this 58 Plymouth, but this can be applied to basically any 57 to 61 Mopar, as well as, like I said, some 62 and later ones as well. Basically, the front glass for any 57 to 64 full-size Plymouth, Dodge, Chrysler is going to be the same procedure. So, even though this is a 58 Plymouth, the basic same procedure applies here. Now, I've already removed all the exterior trim, so you'll need to remove all the stainless trim around the outside, and generally as well as around the inside as well. So, yeah, so let's get started. Now, as you can see, I've already removed all the stainless trim that was around the windshield. So you'll want to remove basically all the stainless on the outside, and you'll generally want to remove all the inside moldings as well. So like around the dashboard and around the headliner stuff in order to be able to remove or install a windshield. It just makes it easier, and you have to remove the outside ones anyway. Sometimes you get away with not removing the inside ones, but you might as well because it just makes it a lot easier. So what we've done, like I said, is removed it all. Next step is how do we unlock the gasket? Now, if you'll look at the gasket, if you look close, you'll see that there is a line going around it. Now, that is actually where it locks in place. So you'll want to use a tool to unlock it. So you can use a screwdriver or similar device and just kind of press it in. You can see there how it's two pieces essentially, but you'll pry it open and you can see that it unlocks. It has a little locking tab that runs along the entire circumference, and you'll basically just use your tool and unlock the whole thing all the way around. All right, got the whole thing unlocked. So now we got to see about pulling the glass itself out. So the next step is basically pushing this gasket back in on itself. So you can see it's flexible, and a lot of times there'll be sealer inside here. So you'll kind of push it back to kind of get it separated from the windshield. Now I will say you might want to wear gloves during this part because the rubber can kind of like leave a lot of black soot on your hands because it's degraded over time. Obviously, if the gasket's no good, you don't have to go through all this. You can slice it open if there's like huge chunks missing out of the gasket. But pretty much on all the cars that have a good gasket, I keep it because you cannot get them, especially for like these sedans. So as far as what other tools you might need, I have this nice trim tool set that I use for windshields. If you don't have that, you can also use paint stirring sticks, which you get a lot of if you buy paint and such, or other pieces of wood. You don't want to use any metal around the glass because then you could potentially damage, crack, chip the windshield, and then it's worthless at that point. So before I got these nice plastic tools, I would just use these paint stirring sticks, and essentially what you do is wedge them between the glass and the rubber, which kind of holds it in place. So a lot of times I would just break this stick. Paint stir sticks just aren't as good a quality as they used to be. Anyways, and then you basically just stick these in between like the rubber and the gasket as you start working it out. So I'll go ahead and kind of make sure the gasket's all separated from the windshield. Make sure there's no sealer in the way. Get a close-up here on the gasket. You can see how the gasket works. So there's the edge of the windshield. So this part goes down, and then this piece of the rubber locks in behind this, which pushes it tight, makes a seal. So we've loosened all that up, and now let's see about pulling the glass out. Now in order to get the glass out, basically I take my hand flat as possible and just slap the glass, so slap it outwards. So you'll see, I'll get inside the car and just slap it. You don't want to use anything sharp because you could damage it. So we'll just kind of slap it. Obviously this works a lot easier with two people, but I do this all the time by myself. So you can see the glass is already wanting to come out. And we'll go over to the other side and kind of slap it as well. Okay, now the glass is loose. This is the part where I would stick my stirring sticks or plastic tools in, just basically to keep the gasket back so that the glass can come out. So you can see now I got the wood stick in between. So it's all the way through. And you can just push, and this whole thing will come out with no problem. So it's all the way out of the top. So I'm going to put these sticks down low and try to work the bottom of the glass out. And of course, take your time, because you don't want to have to try to find a new piece of glass. And there it is. So the windshield's all the way removed from the gasket. Now we'll just lift it out of place. Now, don't make the mistake that I did one time. Watch for the hood hinge here. I did once damage a windshield pulling it out of a 59 Plymouth because I clipped the hood hinge. Again, I was doing it by myself. So keep that in mind. So don't make the mistake that I made once. There it is. So windshield's out. Now, in order to put this back in, you basically do it opposite. So I put the windshield up into the gasket, push down, and you'll slap it, and you try to get it back in its channel. Keep slapping around. You can use the tool to work the rubber around, and then lock it in place with that locking strip. You just push it shut. In order to remove this gasket, you just peel it off the body. Then you can save this for another car, or if you're working on your current car, put it someplace safe. There you have it. I've removed and replaced I don't know how many of these windshields over the years. So It can be done pretty easily by yourself. Again, it's a lot easier if you got two people, but as you can see, you can pull one out relatively easily on your own. This same procedure applies to the back glass as well. It's basically exactly the same. Here's a shot of the back glass. Like I said, same deal. If you look, you can see the line. Again, I've already removed all the trim, so you just stick it in there. There you go. You just work the locking part of the gasket loose there. Go all the way around and do the exact same thing. Hopefully this helps. If you got a Forward Look MoPar, in getting the glass out safely and being able to reuse the gasket or get a gasket off of a parts car or what have you. So again, thanks for watching. Hopefully this will find some good use to some of you guys out there with these cars when you need to pull the glass out. So until next time. Oh. $0.01. Can't really make out the year. It's 1956. That's probably been in the dash a long time.